Hi guys, and welcome to Biscuits Total War. Today I'm bringing you another 3 versus 3 multiplayer online commentary battle. This battle was actually submitted by Tac from the COH clan, and I'll say straight away this game's going to be a really good one. I've watched it a couple of times. It's got a few members who I haven't actually seen play online 31k for some time. We've got Tac, who's been in a few of my videos. We've got IBEROS, Alba, Spider Pig at the back, but they're going to be going against 2 members of the HOS clan, Saint and Zeke. And then we've also got SnapDragon of the Wolves clan. So I've never actually seen Zeke and Saint play in one of the games on my YouTube channel, so it'll be interesting to see how this battle all goes. If I quickly introduce the armies, what we've got today. Tac, he has brought 6 Praetorian Cav, 13 Urbans, and he's got 1 Legionary First Cohort here at the back just to help boost the morale of his forces. And if we have a look at Alba, let's pause for 2 seconds. He's got, it looks like, 6 Praetorian Cav and 14 Urbans. And then Spider Pig, yes, he's brought the same. He's got 6 Praetorian Cav and 14 Urbans. So let's have a quick look at the opposition, see what they've got. We've got Wolves SnapDragon. He's got 6 Praetorian Cav and 14 Urbans, it looks like. And then if you look here, this is Saint. He has got 6 Praetorian Cav, 13 Urbans, and a Legionary First Cohort. So he's got the same builds that Tac has got. And lastly, we've got Zeke here, and he's got 6 Praetorian Cav and 14 Urbans. So if you actually look at the builds of both armies here, they've actually got the same exact builds. Both Zeke and SnapDragon, IBEROS and Spider Pig, they've both got the same builds, and HOS, Saint and Tac has both got the same builds. So both armies are exactly the same. All our teams are using Rome, so it's going to be down to skills, tactics, and probably a bit of luck to see actually who pulls off a victory in this game. So at the beginning, all 6 members are going to probably get their guys into formation and meet up towards the centre. If this is your first 31k match that you've seen on my channel, you might think, oh, there's a lot of urban spam going on. This is just purely the way the game is played. It's a lot of tactics, a lot of techniques in trying to get your guys into a decent formation. And basically at the end of the day, you're not spamming the unit because everybody's using virtually the same builds. So it's just going to be down to who's got the best technique, who's got the best tactics, and who's got the better skill at manoeuvring such a large army around the place. So it looks like we've got SnapDragon, he's taking the centre. So on either flank he's got Saint and Zeke to one side. IBEROS has stayed in the centre. We've got a Spider Pig and then Tac to that side. So it looks like Saint is going to face off against Spider Pig. So in comes a Saint at the moment. It looks like these guys are probably going to play a bit defensively, it looks like. And in comes Saint. So Spider Pig's going to get the first volley of Peeler. So he's going to get the slight upper hand initially. But he's got 2 or 3 units firing on 1. So now Saint's going to be able to counter that and send off 2 decent volleys. So Spider Pig's now going to fall back into Testudo to minimise the effect of the Peeler. In comes SnapDragon. I think he's made a bit of a blunder there. He's rushed his guys in, but they ran past their mark. So IBEROS has been able to send in 1 or 2 volleys of Peeler, which has taken SnapDragon down to 67, 74, 74. So he had quite a few casualties there. So IBEROS has got the upper hand. And it looks like Saint has got the upper hand on this side. So still very much 50-50 at the moment. In Russia Spider Pig, he's got these guys in tight formation. Probably might want to put those guys into Testudo to try and anchor this attacking side of Saint. He's got these guys in Testudo, which are going to be good at preventing Saint from advancing forward. These guys are now routed. So Saint has drawn first blood there. he's managed to rout one of Spider Pig's units. That's going to boost the morale for all of these units. So you can see their spirits are lifted. Spirits are lifted. So they're going to advance forward. Now Spider Pig's going to put these guys into tight formation. And then he's probably going to swing these guys into loose formation any moment. IBEROS has put two of his guys into Studo. Again, it's playing quite defensively here, just to mirror what SnapDragon's doing at the moment, just to use that to anchor oncoming forces as well as absorb any stray peeler. So it's still fairly tight at the moment. Saint is advancing forward bit by bit. You can see he's being very methodical, very systematic on what he's doing. He's advancing one unit forward, or 3 units forward in loose formation, just to make sure that he gets the upper hand on the peeler throwing. Now we've got 1 unit versus 2 units here, so this unit's going to get quite a few casualties. It's down to 48 already. I still feel a 50-50 at the moment, even though Spider Pig has lost 1 unit already. On this side of the battlefield, not much is going on. I say most of the action is going on here. So it looks like Saint's probably going to try and do a bit of a flank at the moment. You can see he's moving his guys around the side. He's edging his cav around the side. If he's going to do a decent flank, he probably wants to get his general and his first legendary cohort around here to try and boost the morale on his flanking force, so he can get that momentum to try and sweep around the side here. He's got his guys into tight formation. Now if you look here, it says only a full. Victory is almost certain. That's because they've already routed one of the Senate's forces. Also these guys have got that flank edge as well as being in tight formation. So Spider Pig's going to send in 3 of his cav here, probably trying to relieve some of the pressure on this side. You can see Hoss is looking to try and counter that, but he's pulled out his guys just in time. Now Saint's got 1, 2, 3 of his units have now routed. So it's now swung probably back into Spider Pig's favour at the moment. If we look at the centre here, SnapDragon, he sent in 3 of his urbans here to try and meet up with Saint. IBEROS is now going to send in a decent cav charge to try and break this little centre hold here to prevent his army linking up with Saints. On this side, it looks like now Tac and Zeke are starting to advance into one another. Again, both sides have got their loose formation troops there, again to minimise the effect of any peeler damage. On this side, you can see now Hoss Saint has got his general there. He's got his legionary first cohort. That's going to be boosting the morale for these units here. So even though a few of Saint's units have routed, it still says victory seems certain. So that's probably because of the boost of these general and the first legendary cohort. Spider Pig sent in bulk of his cav now, again probably just to try and free up this pressure here. Now that's going to leave his flank quite isolated, so Saint can go in with a decent cav charge and hopefully rout this unit, and therefore free up these urbans to try and flank around the side. Now that he's managed to do that, Spider Pig probably needs to try and get these units and pull them back into more defensive defensive formation. There's a few cav charges going into the centre here, but it's still fairly 50-50 between IBEROS and SnapDragon. Looks like Hoss has definitely won he's definitely won that little flank attack. He's charged his units in there. He's got another Senate force has just routed. You can see he's starting to wrap his guys around the flank. Now, if I was a Saint, I'd probably try and aim for this general unit. If you can get that general unit to rout, so maybe engage with these infantry units and then go in with a counter charge. Well, it looks like the majority of Spider Pig's cav is all happening. It's been trying to help out his teammate here. So it looks like 1-2 of Spider Pig's units have routed. Most of these Senate forces now being engaged. In comes Saint around the side, bit of a cav charge. To be honest, I'd probably use these cav and focus on this general unit. IBEROS is doing another cav charge into SnapDragon. Again, he's just trying to loosen the pressure, try and give his forces the upper hand. Now, Saint is sending all of his cav to one side. Now, it's a bit of a risky manoeuvre here, because if Spider Pig and Brutii, aka IBEROS, work together, they might be able to isolate Hoss's Saint's cav. If they can do that, then they might be able to rout or even defeat Saint's cav units. So Saint's going to redraw his guys. Now hopefully Scipii has noticed that there's no cav on this side, so if he goes in for a decent slice charge, he might be able to actually rout this unit here. Just going in for a cav charge, but it looks like he's aimed at this unit rather than aiming at that unit. So that cav charge momentum isn't going to be to its maximum potential. Now that Spider Pig and IBEROS have chased off Saint's cav, looks like IBEROS managed to get his cav around the back here. He's going to go in for a rear charge, probably try and rout Saint's general. In comes SnapDragon with another cav charge again to assist Saints there. Let's have a look what's going on here. So it looks like now Zeke and Tac have now entered into their melee fight with their urbans. It looks fairly 50-50 at the moment. All depends on who's going to get the best cav charge. In comes Tac here. He's got a decent charge, he's got decent momentum. Zeke only got a small little charge here. Now that's going to cause a decent rout there of Zeke's forces. Zeke's got his general at the back. It's still hanging in there just about. So several of these units have routed, so Tac has got the upper hand there. If Tac can now pull his guys back and go for a quick second charge, he might be able to finish off Zeke and therefore win this flank and help out IBEROS to defeat Scipii. But on this side it's looking fairly tight for to Saint. It looks fairly 50-50. We've got IBEROS's cav, we've got Spider Pig's cav. It's pretty 50-50 there at the moment. Spider Pig's got a couple of urbans left over. What's going on this side here? So Tac's managed to rout the majority of Zeke's forces. He's done a nice little move there. If you can go in for another cav charge, give it a killer blow there and knock out Zeke's general, which is over here, he might be able to knock Zeke out straight away. That cav charge was a bit weak there. It looks like didn't get the full maximum charge. Still 50-50 here between Brutii and Scipii. In comes Saint with a decent cav charge, a nice little slice here, so that hopefully that should cause a few routs. That's impressive that the Brutii forces haven't routed underneath that decent cav charge. And Saint's now gonna back up his cav with these urbans, it looks like. He needs to pull his cav out. And then in comes hopefully SnapDragon, another counter charge. If he can get a decent charge in here, he might be able to cause a rout. It looks like Tac's managed to get his cav in and rout a few of Scipii's forces there. So it's I still say it's fairly 50-50 at the moment. Saint's got a decent amount of cav left over. Tac's got a decent amount of cav left over. And there's a few urbans in the centre. It could really go either way at the moment. All depends on how well these guys can use their cav. They can get the cav in and out as quick as possible. Get your cav charge around as many units as possible without inflicting too much damage on your own Praetorian cav. So Tac's coming with a decent charge there. Still looks like SnapDragon's got his general unit still in the game. I can't see many general units left at the moment. Tac's still got his general unit. So you can see SnapDragon's got his cav at the back. He probably should charge into the back here of Tac's forces to try and help relieve the pressure from his general unit. Saint's got his guys at the back there. In comes SnapDragon with a decent charge. That's going to rout a couple of the Senate forces. That's now killed. Looks like Spider Pig, not Spider Pig. SnapDragon's general might have died there. There we go. SnapDragon's general is now finally routed. So it's absolute bedlam there at the moment. Really, really tight. Everyone's playing extraordinarily well there, I've got to say. It's a pleasure to watch the game. It's going to forward it on a bit now. It looks like there's going to be several cav charges going backwards and forwards. Put it on double speed. Tac's still got his general hanging in there. It looks like Zeke is now finally out of the game, and it's down to Saint and SnapDragon. They've got, what, 6 Praetorian cav left against, looks like Tac's got 5 Praetorian cav and a few urbans left. So I imagine they're probably going to pull their forces out. If you just look at all of the devastation here and see how heavy the fighting's been on both sides here. The game's not even over, but if you just look at all the dead bodies all over this grassy flatlands, you can see how intensive this fight's been so far. So now that they've pulled their forces back, what they're probably going to do is just rest their forces. You can see these guys are tired, winded, tired. And these guys, again, they're winded, tired. So they're just basically going to wait there for a few moments whilst they get the energy levels back up. Now it's going to be hard for Saint and SnapDragon to actually win this because they've only got a cav. Now these guys, they got the cav, but they've also got the infantry advantage. Plus Tac has still got his general. So these guys are going to have to do some decent flanking or decent manoeuvre to try and outmaneuver these urbans and try and take out Tac's cav as soon as possible. So they're getting into formation at the moment. Probably going to wait for the best time to do a decent charge. These guys are still winded, but these guys now all fresh. And these guys now warmed up. So it looks like Spider Pig's going to charge forward with his urbans. Try and catch these cav out of formation. Saint has swung one of his cav units around the side. So you can see they're going to try and outmaneuver these urbans and try and attack these cav at the rear and try and get a surround. But it looks like Saint's just been caught out there. His guys are now routed. SnapDragon's guys are now routed. Saint's only got 3 Praetorian cav left, so it's a well played game there. Certainly well played to Saint, well played to Zeke, SnapDragon, and well played to Tac, Spider Pig, and IBEROS. So it's a really close game there. If you look at the kills there, everyone got over 1,100 kills. Saint got in 1,550 kills practically the same amount of kills that Tac got, so that's fairly even. And then if you look at Spider Pig and IBEROS, it's pretty much to the T. It's as close as it can be. So I really hope you guys enjoy that game. I know it was a bit longer than my average game, but it's such a close victory there to COH and IBEROS. Everyone played exceptionally well there, but I think Tac and IBEROS and Spider Pig just managed to sneak that victory in there by getting in a decent few more cav strikes compared to Hoss and Wolves. But certainly well played on everyone there. It could have gone either way. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. Please let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe if you like what you're watching. There's plenty more Rome Total War videos and tactics on this channel for you to check out. So this is Biscuits signing out, wishing you all the best. Thanks again. Bye now.